everyone. This is Deb. How are you guys? So we are going to take a look at a new, one of the new stamp sets in the January through April mini catalog. So this is the new catalog. If you are a customer of mine, you should have received it, or if you are coming to an in-person event, you'll get one there. But I can't open it up yet, which I'm kind of bummed, but we're just going to stick with showing you one of the new stamp sets and dies. So we are going to make a card together, and then I'm going to show you a card I've already made. So let's get started. So I'm coming live today and tomorrow, and I will show you a few more cards tomorrow as well. I pulled this out because I wanted to show you, this is the new color coach, which you can buy on your order, and it's on the Stampin' Up website. I tried to write the number on here. I'll have to get that. But the colors we're going to be using are going to be Blackberry Bliss. So I was trying to find out, what other colors go with it. And the next one over is this Berry Burst. So we are going to be using, two of the colors are going to be Berry Burst and Blackberry Bliss. And then we're also going to use just a little teeny bit of Real Red. But this is an awesome tool. It tells you all the different ways to read the color wheel, to get color inspiration. And this is just a must-have. So I would add it to your wish list so that when you start looking through the new catalog, you're going to be able to kind of build out maybe an order that you would like to place, and then earn some of that celebration. So that is the big thing that you can, and we'll talk a little bit about that as we make our card. So this is the set we're going to use. I'm actually working with this for my upline to come up with some cards. And I thought, as I was working on one, I thought this would be a good one just to share with all of you. Because when you first look at it, you think, oh, that's a nice little kiddo set. But there are some super cute sentiments in here, and also ones that you can absolutely give to an adult. So I'm going to show you a card that I made that I think that makes it, that makes for a good adult card. So you have lots of different words. You're going to see this right here is one stamp set. Roar means, and then there's a space, and then in dinosaur. It's just easier to see it on the outside than probably in the packaging. But let me go ahead and take this off and show it to you. So this is what the stamp looks like. And then you can fill it in with roar means I love you, roar means you're the best, roar means happy birthday in dinosaur. So just, again, super cute, but it also has all these other things: a balloon, a hat, several hats, flowers, rocks, grass, etc. So it's very versatile is, I guess, my point that I'm trying to make. So let's go ahead and pull in our supplies that we're going to need for our card. So what we're going to have here, and I'll measure these on my nice little board here so I can give you the exact measurements. This is 3.5 by 4 3/4, and it is for the inside of our card. And then we have a regular piece of 8.5 by 5.5, and it is scored at 4 1/4, and this is Blackberry Bliss. Then we have a layer here that is 3, 1, 2, oh, wait a second, let me go, yeah, 1, 2, 2, 3, and I think it's 3 and, yeah, 3 1/4. So this is 3 1/4 by 4. 1, 2, 3. Yep. I think it's 3 1/4 by 4. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time on that side. 4.5. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 is this piece. And then this piece right here is 4 3/8 by, let's see, 2, 3 1/8. Okay. And this paper right here, this is the piece that we're using, and it comes, it's in the new catalog as well. It's this timeless plaid, and you get 12 different plaid designs, and it's actually part of a totally different set, but you can see it's just all these different plaid designs here, and I think you get the 5 sheets or 4 sheets of 12 different designs. So this is one. This is the one we're using here. And then we have this pretty green. That is beautiful. But these just, they go with, like I said, they go with another set, but they could go in absolutely any card. If you are a fan of plaid, this is going to be beautiful. Or if you're into like any kind of Celtic, so scrapbook pages, anything like that, I think you would absolutely love, 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 love this paper here. So a few more to go through. I haven't quite made my samplers yet. I'm like, what have I been doing over Christmas? Oops. There we go. And then there's this side and that side. And then we have another one here. There's this side, and it's blue. And I think we have this one. Oh, yeah. I think, oh well, maybe we have kind of lost track here. Yeah, this one we already did. Okay, so those are all the different papers in that plaid set. And this is 6 by 6, of course. So we're using a piece of that. This is just a scrap, and it is just 3/4 by 1 1/2. So this is just a piece 3/4 by 1 1/2. And then I went ahead and stamped out our dinosaurs that we are going to use. So I stamped them and then I die cut them. So these are just in basic black. And let me show you the dies so you can see those as well, because there are a lot of them. So let me show it to you this way. Okay, and then I'll show you these last little things too. So I die cut out, I stamped and die cut a hat and a bow tie, or a bow, I should say, and then 2 hearts. Okay, so that's what those are some of the other things that we're going to use. And then this is a piece of white that is 1 3/4 by 2 3/4, and it's just a piece of white cardstock. Okay, I'm going to set this off just to the side, and I'm going to show you all the different dies you have here, because you have quite a few. So you have a die here just for some like a bush or grasses. There's not a stamp set that coordinates with it. So we're just going to set that one off to the side. Then we have another one here, oops, that covers the rocks. Let me make sure that we are fully on camera here. I don't want to make sure that you guys can see. Oops, oops, oops. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is just a one. This one goes around the rocks. Then we have our dinosaurs. We have 3 of them, and they all can be die cut out. Now, there's no designer series paper that goes with this one, and you're going to see you're not really going to need it because you're going to have lots of other papers you can use. And then we have a balloon, and we have a flower die that cuts out the flower. We have a die for the hat. We have a die for the heart. And then we have, oops. We have a leaf die and a bow tie and a party hat. And then you have 2 leaves here, and you actually get 2 dies. Oops, let me get these off here. I haven't used these yet. I need to put them on the, there we go. We have one there, and we're going to have another one. And then we have these 2 like little shells. And honestly, I'll tell you what else it looks like. It looks like a tulip, doesn't it? It looks like a tulip to me. So, little creative inspiration there. But you can make it an egg. And this card doesn't have an egg, but I did one before, and I'll have to, maybe I can share that one with you tomorrow. And then here's a little baby egg. So what I've seen done is like this dinosaur, this would be kind of on his, like the bottom side of him. And then this would be on his head, like he's coming out of the shell. So just super cute. But again, some of these dies, if you look at them, you're going to find that you can do some other amazing things with them. So there is all the dies that come in this particular stamp set. Okay, we're going to slide those right off and get them back in the envelope so we don't lose them, right? I mean, I'm sure we can all testify to times when we have lost a die and then we have to go hunting and searching for it. I don't know why that kind of can drive you crazy, right? Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our pieces here that we need to color, and let's start with that. So, and then we're going to put our card together. Now, you guys can use your markers. You can use your Stampin' Blends for this. So I'm going to be using Stampin' Blends for these, but there is going to be if you want to become part of my team or you want to become a demonstrator, you are going to have the opportunity. So typically the signing or becoming a member or part of the Stampin' Up! Community, you pay $99 plus tax, free shipping, and you get $125 in product. Any product you want out of the catalog, the online store, anything. Totally up to you what you want that $125 to consist of. But you can't go over $125. So when you put that list together, make sure it's nice and like it equals $125. That way you're getting every bit out of what Stampin' Up! Is offering you. Well, in addition to that $99 for $125 in product, you get to choose 2 packs of the Stampin' Right markers. So there's 4 color families, right? You get to choose 2 of those packs of markers. Plus, you get a free stamp set that is, and I can't show it to you because I don't have it, and 2, it's in the catalog. It's the only place I can kind of show it, and I can't do that yet. But it's a very nice stamp set. It's a flower set, of course, right? And it's one that would go very well with Stampin' Right markers. And I'm going to be doing a kind of a video on 12 things you can do with Stampin' Right markers, because it's just, they're super great. So think about that again as you put together your wish list, but that's all free. A stamp set plus 2 packs of markers, and then that $125 in your kit. So no better time to think about being part of like kind of that Stampin' Up! Community. Now let me show you 2 other ones. I took these little dinosaurs here, and I actually, this is Soft Sea Foam Green, and I stamped them in basic black, and then I went over them with a Stampin' Right marker, and just shows you kind of how different it looks. This one I started and I was going to go over it, and then I started using another marker blend, and I just didn't like the way the colors were coming together. But I just wanted to show you how you can use those Stampin' Right markers for something, just outlining and maybe getting a different kind of dinosaur look. So for these particular two, though, we are going to use our Stampin' Blends. So here we go. So I'm going to put a little sheet underneath these. And we are going to color these little guys. And I'm going to be using Crumb Cake to color in our dinosaur here. So this one's going to be the girl, and then he's going to be the boy. And we are going to just go over this. And I'm just going to kind of blend just a little bit around to give him some shading. And then we will go ahead and then we'll go ahead and color him in with the lighter color marker. But I hope you guys all had a wonderful Christmas and New Year's. We were talking about our son went back to college yesterday, and we're like, wow, it just seems, you know, we just miss him already, you know. So I'm sure you guys can relate to that when if you have kids. And then when they're younger, of course, sometimes you're like, okay, I need a break. And I remember those days too. And then we will do his back little spines here. So lots of different things going on as far as Stampin' Up. So we got Celebration, which if you don't know, that's when you can earn free product when you place an order. So this year is slightly different in that in the previous years, your order has been $50 and you get a free product. This year, it's $60. So not too terribly bad, not too terribly much more, but it is a slight jump, right, from maybe what you had in the past. So so $60, and then you can pick one product, and then there's other items that are $120, and you get like, there's one that's a set of dies and a stamp set. So lots of fun things. All right, so there's our little guy, and this is going to be our little gal, and we are going to put that little bow on her. So let me get the glue dots, and we will put these guys together. So for our glue dots, we're just going to roll it just slightly and then put this underneath our bow tie, or our bow, I should say, because we're going to put it right here on the side of, actually, I think I want to put it right here. I think I like it right in the center. I think it looks more, that looks better. All right, and then we're going to take our top hat and do the same thing, add a little glue dot to the back, and we're just going to put that right on that little guy's, head. There we go. Our two little dinosaurs are ready to go. Well, we got one more thing to do to this little guy. So let's do that, because we are going to assume the little girl over here has kissed him on the face. And one of the things in the stamp set are little kissy lips. But you know what they also are? At least this is what I'm assuming they are. I don't know if they are or not. But if you take these and put them by this branch, I think these are branches. They look like branches. You can put these on there and they look like little flowers. So I think they're meant for the leaves too, these little branches. So, but we're going to put some little kiss marks on the face of our little dinosaur. So we're just going to take this, little lips, and we're just going to put those right on the center. There we go. Isn't that cute? Looks like he was kissed on the face. All right, so let's clean this up. And here, I'll show this to you guys. See, aren't they cute? Okay. All right, so now let's put our card together and go ahead and all right, we'll leave that one. Okay, so what we're going to do first is let's go ahead and run our bone folder over our card base here. And then we're going to take our two layers here. This is our basic white, our basic white, and our piece of designer series paper from all the plaids. And we'll just layer this up. Oops. Right. Well, you guys will have to tell me if you have any big plans for the new year, or gone through the whole, I'm going to set some goals. Some people are resolution people, some people are not. My husband, he likes to have all of us, we go around and we set goals. I mean, we type them up ourselves. We put some thought into it. But it's so funny because then at the end of the year, we also go through our goals from that year. And sometimes it's like, wow, we all start out great and then somehow we fizzle and not much happens. So I changed my approach a little bit this year. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, you guys. Maybe I'll share them with you if they're going well. So if they're not, then, you know, silence. You'll know that too. All right. So there we go. So now we put those two together and then we taped it onto our card base. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take this piece right here and we are going to add the roar stamp. And we're going to use our Blackberry Bliss for this. So we're going to take Blackberry Bliss here and we are going to stamp this right in, oh, well, not going to stamp it there now, right? Uh-oh, I got it on my fingers. Ooh, spaghettios. All right, that's okay. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do it this way because you know what? I am going to be covering some of that up. So let me stamp that. And I'm going to go ahead and put it right here. Make sure I get it straight. There we go. Look at that. So we will fix that. I must have gotten my finger in that ink. And of course, all the wipes that I keep in here are gone. That's all right. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take Berry Burst and we're going to stamp I Love You in there. All right. So you guys, all of a sudden I was looking at that and thinking, did I make that big enough to put in there? I better make sure. We are about to find out if I made that piece long enough. I think I did. But you know, sometimes I I'll go in and I'll start moving things around, and I'm not sure if I did that or not. Okay, here we go. So now we're going to take I Love You, and we are going to stamp that right in the middle there. All right, there we go. Yay! Adorable. I love that. I love that you can fill it in with all those different words, and you can use multiple colors. That's another thing, by the way, that you can, I know we've done it before, but you can take your Stampin' Write markers, not your alcohol markers. How do I know? Because I've done it. Right? I colored in one of my stamps thinking, oh, I can use my alcohol markers, and just not knowing. But you can then stamp those in different colors. So I think that's really cool. All right, I'm going to run my fingers just along the edge of this because the way I had cut it, it made that little bit of a raised point there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to drop this right in the middle, toward the bottom of our card. So middle, bottom. And I'm just going to go ahead with this one, and I'm just going to adhere it right down. So you guys remember, see, we got the big glob in the middle, so we can't use that. But what we're going to do here, we're going to put this right like this. Okay, and then I'm going to take my little girl dinosaur and my little boy dinosaur, and they're going to sit kind of like this. Okay, so they're going to sit kind of right across from each other. Okay, like that. So I'm going to go ahead and pop both of them. This one I'm actually going to adhere down. This one I'm going to pop up on dimensionals. Okay, so we're just going to make sure we have that area covered that we made the smush on. And then this little guy, we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of him. Just think these are so cute. I think you can make these like moving cards. So many things we could do, right? Okay, now I am going to put one here on this hat too, just because we attached it with a glue dot, and I don't want it to accidentally, when it goes in the mail, to get lost. I'm thinking I might send this to my one of my nieces. I think that would be a fun Valentine. There we go. And then remember these two little hearts we had? We are going to pop those up, or not pop them up. We're just going to take a glue dot, and we're just going to stick that right on a glue dot, and then put it, take your pick tool here, and pop those right on here. And that kind of pulls in that colored paper too from the background there. Make sure this little hat, there we go. And you guys, then we got the inside. So that is it. That is all there is to this card. I do have some like gems or sparkles to also put on, just some regular rhinestones, kind of the the staple in the house here. So we could put a couple, maybe, I'm not sure I like them in that spot. I don't know why. I don't think they look really good there. Maybe up here by the hearts. Add the sparkles up there. I think that might look kind of cool. So let's put them up there. It's kind of this whole kind of fancy. Maybe put it over there. There we go. So there we go. We got some little sparkles up above their heads. All right, now we're going to go ahead and open this up. And this is going to go on the inside of our card here. And we'll just attach this. And then I have a scrap over here. That I'm going to take, and I know I've shown this to all of you before too, but you can either, you know, flag it, or in this case, I think I'm just going to cut it a little bit at a diagonal. And again, these are great little scraps that maybe you have a small strip. You can just take it, add a little adhesive, and then put it literally wherever you want. So in this case, I'm just going to put it over here, line it right up to the top, and put it down. But it is a great, easy way to decorate the inside of your pretty card. So there you go. That's it. Okay, let me show you this other card I had that I made that doesn't look like it came from dinosaurs. And it uses the a little bit of the markers. So this is it right here. So this is the card that I made, and this is from the plaid embossing folder that came out in the previous catalog, and I think it's still there. It's going to carry over, so it's still in use. And then I took a piece of Melon Mambo. And then this whole piece here is just a piece of white cardstock. And what I did was I drew boxes. So I measured out the piece. I think it's 3 inches. So I think these are 1.5 inch sizes. And then I just used a lighter colored marker. I went around the whole outside and then just made boxes. And I got this inspiration from a coffee mug that I just bought for Valentine's Day. So adorable. And then what I did was I took a black Stampin' Right marker. So one of these, the kind you would use for journaling. It's just a basic black marker. And I just did some squiggle lines around all the edges. Then I went over with a darker Stampin' Right marker, and I just used a ruler and made straight lines over those larger thick lines. Then I did a little bit of splattering, and then I took the kisses and the hearts and stamped in each one of the boxes. And then I used the I love you from that same Dino stamp set. But can you guys see, isn't that just I mean, I love it. It's just so, it doesn't look anything like it came from the same set. It's very much a Valentine's card that you could send to absolutely anyone. So I wanted to show you both of those because I think it's a great contrast of the differences. So that is it. You guys, I am so looking forward to showing you more tomorrow. We will pick a different set to go over, and I will also show you, so we'll do that tomorrow, a couple other sneak peek cards, and then Tuesday is the catalog launch. So I'm thinking I'll be on Tuesday night. It could be Monday. I could be doing 5 o'clock in another time. But I want to show you the product, like all the product that I have to date. I can't show you a lot of cards, but I can at least show you these right here. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Thanks so much for joining, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. All right. Have a good rest of the day. Bye.